This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 21, verse 4. To terrify and do wrong will waste riches. Thus the house of proud men shall be made desolate. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 21, verse 4, is that Babylon the Great has now began spending $1 trillion on their military spending. Okay, just recently, the Democrats, the blue team, okay, joined the red team, Republicans, to grant Trump $1 trillion in military spending for 2026. All right, so now this is the new norm. Okay, this hasn't happened before. All right, $1 trillion in military spending. Okay, and if you've been living underneath a rock, all right, just look at the national debt clock. All right, this country is broke. All right, Babylon, it has taken on too much debt, but yet they're going to keep spending. All right, keep killing the dollar. All right, for their own ambitions, wicked ambitions to, all right, steal other nations' resources. And we clearly see America is one big pirate. Okay, here it is. They talk shit about the Somalians, those, Hamites, but these Edomites in America are the biggest pirates on the earth. Okay, stealing oil tankers. All right, stealing oil in Syria, as well. A lot of people forgot about that. So yeah, and this is why this man's going down. All right, because hey, just because you spending $1 trillion on your military doesn't mean you're going to win. Okay, doesn't mean you're going to win. All right, and clearly, all you got to look at is 20 years of American foreign policy. All right. Well, look at Afghanistan. Did you win that? No. All right. The Taliban, who are just people dwelling in caves, all right, were able to kick you out of their country. All right. And that's just one of many losses you have taken. Look, all right. You lost Vietnam. Okay. So, yeah, this is just America being set up to be judged. When you read the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, I'm gonna start at 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him right. Okay, the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, starting with the elites, they're not upright. Okay, they're not moving in righteousness. Okay, they're opposite of being upright. Okay, when you go into the word upright, which I went into many times, but it's always good to go in. Repetition is the art of remembrance. It's yashar, right? To be right, be straight, be level, upright, be just. Right? This devil's not just, okay? And he's not straight. He's a crook. He's a crooked devil, all right? And he can never be straight. That's why you pseudo Hebrew Israelites talking about heathens can be saved, all right? You're saying Esau can be saved? He was created to be crooked, okay? He wasn't created to be straight. Be lawful, right? Clearly, what America is doing is unlawful. All right, and that's why all these nations are running away from the dollar. Okay, watch Japan and watch China. Okay, they're literally selling their treasury bonds. Okay, it's clearly evident that they don't want the American dollar. Okay, and I wouldn't be surprised if Europe starts selling their treasury bonds because of Trump telling them that they need to come up with 5% for NATO. So, in fact, let me see something here. I'm sorry, I'm just going off on a tangent. How much treasury bonds has Europe sold? How much U.S. treasury bonds? You gotta be correct. Has Europe sold in 2025? Europe has been significant activity has seen. Whoa, Europe has seen significant activity in U.S. Treasury during 2025, with net sales selling more than buying. In early 2025, especially from Western and Southern Europe, in quarter one, 32 billion and 49 billion, but also with big gross European bond supply expected, though specific total sales by all European entities in 2025 isn't a single number. Rather, shifting holdings, with the UK and EU states holding over 2.34 trillion combined by late 2024, early 2025, and Japan remaining top buyer. Right. So the point is, hey, Europe is selling U.S. Treasury bonds too. So you got, hey, this place is done. Okay, America's cooked. This place is fucking finished. So Europe is selling Treasury bonds. Japan is selling Treasury bonds. Okay, China's selling Treasury bonds. And this is why the Federal Reserve keeps lowering interest rates. Okay, and buying Treasury bonds. All right, this because they're trying to, all right, stop the inevitable, but you can't. All right, hyperinflation is coming into this country. It is a fucking fact. It is a mathematical fact. That's why you ain't winning the next war, America. You're cooked. All right. Hey man, this is powerful, man. This got me hyped. Oh yeah, I gotta tell brothers, okay, if they're not watching this when I go to teach in Miami. All right. Later today. Okay, we push out the word. Hey, this is powerful stuff right here. Even Europe is selling treasury bonds. All right, you proud ass Americans have no idea what the fuck is coming, man. Yeah, if you don't like that, I'm dropping the F-bomb tough, because guess what? When the military troops come into your town, all right, they ain't gonna talk to you nice. That's powerful stuff. So yeah, the reason why this is all happening. Back to Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 21, verse 4. To terrify and do wrong will waste riches. Thus the house of the proud men shall be made desolate. Right, America has been proud. They've been terrifying with their military. All right, and doing wrong with their foreign policy. Okay, which was a direct shot to the foot, because they were wasting their riches. Okay, they were expanding their global hegemony, wasting their riches, okay, which is leading to their demise. But guess what? Why is that? Because there's a spirit in America. Start on these elites. They're proud. They're too proud. All right. That's why when the scriptures say in the book of Proverbs, pride goeth before destruction. Yep, Proverbs 16:18. Pride goeth before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. Right. And let's just keep it real. We already know why they're increasing the military spending, all right, because they want to start a new war in Venezuela. But guess what? Okay, Russia's already there. Okay, Russia military personnel are present in Venezuela for long-standing advisory, training, and maintenance roles, acting as military advisors, instructors for infantry, drones, special forces, and providing signals intelligence, with the senior general recently noted leading missions in Caracas and other locations like Maracaibo. Right. So let me tell you, you American clowns, something, okay? You're telling me that the American military can just bulldoze right through Venezuela, okay? While Venezuela is being trained by Russian military personnel, okay? You honestly think that? All right, maybe you proud ass American military intelligence agency, you proud ass CIA intelligence agency forgot something. Were you able to stop Russia and Ukraine? No, you fucking wasn't. So you're not going to be able to stop this. All right, you proud ass idiots. That's why this place is going down. The Russians are training Venezuela how to prepare for an American assault. The same Russians that have stopped, okay, America, okay, in their backyard with this whole Ukraine situation. In fact, Russia has gained more territory, all right, in 2025. Okay? But, hey, man, this is a proud devil. Need to keep it that home, man. This is it, man. All right? And again, the reason why this is all happening, because he's unjust, all right? He's unlawful. He isn't right. He's crooked. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up in him, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Right, and we understand why this is all happening, all right? Because the Lord is bringing judgment to America. It's a fact. Can't you see? The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Israel, is making sure America is being set up for judgment. And this is what we believe. This is how we know we're almost out of here. You know, we're not good. This ain't gonna last. Okay, we got a matter of months, as the apostle elders say, and we truly believe, the young men in this truth. Okay, because of what's going on, because we're on our watch. Some of you pseudo Hebrew Israelites, you're not on your watch. You got, again, reiterate. You got Europe selling U.S. Treasury bonds, Japan selling U.S. Treasury bonds, China selling U.S. Treasury bonds. That's a nuclear option being used. While Russia is training and guiding and supplying Venezuela. Same thing, Russia is training and guiding Iran. And again, you couldn't stop Russia and Ukraine. What makes you think you could stop, okay, these nations while Russia's training them and guiding them and supplying them? The fuck is wrong? Again, you pseudo Hebrew Israelites, you have not counted the cost. 5. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Clearly evident, this is talk about America. This is America to a T. Who enlarges desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations and heap it unto him all people. Verse 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him? Right. That's a taunting proverb to Babylon. Okay? That's pursuant to Isaiah, the 14th chapter. Right? Right? Isaiah 14, I think it's around maybe the 7th verse. No, the 4th verse. Thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. Right. Okay, Donald Trump is too damn proud, man. He can't even see that he's entering into his own demise, man. All right, what he's doing, all right, over there in Venezuela, okay, near Venezuela, and then of course, in the Middle East, you will taunt the king of Babylon. You will say, the mighty man have been destroyed. Yes, your insolence is ended. Ooh, your insolence. What is insolence? Wait, hold on. Let me look up that word insolence. Ooh, I like this. This is like some, your rude and disrespectful behavior. Oh, yeah, that's that pride. Your cheekiness. Right. Isn't that Donald Trump? Okay. Discourtesy, forwardness, boldness. Right. That's pride. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yes, your bad mouthing. Right. Shithole countries. Right. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is this guy's gotta be the last president. That word, insolent. You're insolent. Let's one more time. Hold on. I want to read it one more time. You will taunt the king of Babylon, right? And that's us taunting by bringing out these scriptures. We're taunting America, all right, Babylon the Great, and we're taunting Trump. You will say the mighty men have been destroyed. Yes, your insolence is ended, right? Your arrogancy, your cockiness, okay? Your rude, disrespectful behavior, your rudeness, lack of civility. Right, look what you're doing, okay, with ICE on Jake. Oh, yeah, I like this NLT version. I want to see what the AMP. That will take up this taunt against the king of Babylon, say how the oppressor have seized his insolence and how the fury has ceased. Right, because this is all leading to destruction, because you got, okay, a whole bunch of Russian troops in Venezuela. All right. Putin sends top general to Venezuela along with troops tasked with training up President Maduro's forces as U.S. considers attacking South American country. Right. And again, Putin has been sending his troops to Venezuela for decades. They ready. All right. Venezuela's jungle. That's another thing. Most of the American troops have been training for the desert, not for the jungle. Okay. All right. We saw what happened in Vietnam. Okay, once again, and oh, by the way, do some history, you stupid ass Americans and you dumb ass Jakes. Okay, who was helping? Okay, the Vietcong fight America, China and Russia. That's a fact. Google it. That's a fact. That's how we walk you clowns down, man. We give you facts. All right. Google it. It's worth a Google. Back to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, saying, woe to him that increases that which is not his? How long? And to him that layeth himself with thick clay. Right, again, this, here it is. He's telling the average American, you need to cut spending, and you need to tighten up your belt. You need to watch what you spend, basically, with all these different investor influencers, right? What the hell is that faggot's name? He wrote a book, and he's always on Fox. I forgot his name. It'll come back to me. All right. But the American government is blowing money, okay, and putting the American people more into a hole. All right, and again, inflation's coming. All I see here is inflation. The cost of living is gonna keep going up. Food prices are gonna go up. Okay, electricity bill, utility bills are gonna go up. Not to mention the data centers. That's gonna increase the utility bills even more. All right. So we here, man. All right. America has shot itself in the foot, but hey, it's all scripture, because right here, the hammer of the whole earth, and I'll close out with this one. Didn't want to make this too long, but I saw this. I said, oh yeah, this is juicy. Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Right. Okay. This is how. All right. 24, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon. Thou was not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. Right. This is why America is going down. Okay. How did you striven against the Lord? Well, one, you've hurt the children of Israel. Okay. Oh, by you creating all this hell in Central and South America, all right? You don't think the Lord saw that? You don't think the Lord's going to judge you for that? Okay? At the end of the day, the Northern Kingdom, the so-called Hispanics, all right, the so-called Latin tribes are Israelites. So what you're doing is you're oppressing the Lord's children. Okay? So you got to pay. You're striving against the Lord. Okay? Here in America, okay, you're oppressing the Lord's children. So this is why the Lord is setting you up for your demise. He got you in a net that you can't get out of. All right? And that pride of yours, he's using your delusional, okay, greedy, okay, behavior, all right, against you. So that you can be destroyed. Because y'all doing this. It's y'all doing this shit. All right? But ultimately, we give it to the Lord because he's making you do this for your judgment. All right? 25. The Lord hath opened his armory and brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord God of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Right? Ultimately, this is going to lead to America's destruction. All right? Putin is not backing down. He just had a call with Maduro. You already know what they're talking about. All right? Put the pressure on them. Okay? So it's just going to get spicy. All right? Down there. And not to mention, the Middle East. Always keep your eye on the Middle East. That's the main event. That's the big ring. Okay, all right. And I just saw Iran sacked an oil rig. How convenient. You know. Wait. Let me show you. Check this out. Iran oil tanker, oil rig. Yup. U.S. commandos. Whoa! U.S. commandos raided ship headed to Iran from China with military-related items report. Oh! That's why Iran detained a foreign oil tanker, because what America did. Oh, it's getting spicy. Whoa! I didn't see this. So, you have American commandos just raided a ship headed to Iran from China, while Iran did a counter hit, and they took an oil tanker as well. It says Iran detains foreign oil tanker suspected of fuel smuggling in Gulf Oman. Wow. All right, it's getting spicy. Now they're stealing oil tankers from each other. Yes, this war's coming. Ooh, we almost out of here. Oh yeah. I did Tawadi al-Bashimi al-Shai. You know, you miss a day, you miss a lot. We here, man. We here. Okay? And it's all being set up for why? For our deliverance. Okay? All right? Because the Lord is setting us up so that we can be saved from our captivity. Okay? Right here, look. Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast and refused to let them go. Right, we're still in captivity. This is why the Lord is doing this. But in 34, check this out. Their Redeemer is strong. But guess what? The Lord is stronger than you, devils. All right? He's our kinsman redeemer. In fact, when you go to the word redeemer, right? Ga'al, redeemed, to act as a kinsman redeemer, right? Kinsman, all right? Because Yahushua is an Israelite, and he's going to save his brothers and sisters, which are Israelites. Kinsman, okay? What is a kinsman? A man who is one of a person's blood relations. Come on, man. So, yeah. Wow, that's powerful, man. Hey, the Lord's letting us know he's coming to deliver us. You know? Lord willing, be part of that number. That's what we're fighting for. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, right? That he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon, right? And that's what the Lord's going to do, man. He's going to end this insane, okay, place called America, Babylon the Great. So, Lord willing, is just edifying. Again, America's cooked. They just put themselves in more debt. The dollar is literally dying right before your eyes. You got all these countries, including Europe, selling treasury bonds, right? And like I said, Japan's selling, China's selling. Now Europe is selling, all right? Yeah. So it's here, okay? And this war in Venezuela, and it's looking like it's getting ready, all right, is going to put America in more problems. And it's going to be a lot worse. So, Lord willing, let's edify. I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh. Ba'ashem, Yahushai, say, excuse me. Keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. We're almost out of here. All right, brothers and sisters, stay locked in. We're almost out of here. Shalom.